Greetings, it's the 1st of April 2022 and today I'm going to be setting this straw raised bed behind me with some potatoes. So if you want to see how I went about making this bed, I'll link a video down below, you can check that out if you wish to. But anyway, the two varieties I'm going to be planting today are Condor. I got the idea of that from the Simplified Gardening channel. You want to check that one out if you can, that's a good channel. And here I'm going to have a variety called 40-fold, which is a heritage variety from around the 1830s, so very historical there. So these are my potatoes here. I've actually laid out the ones I'm going to be planting here today, but these ones here, they came from Jamieson Brothers, established 1895, and the 40-fold, they came from Potato House. So they're quite small actually, they look quite nice, but we'll see how these all do. So I'll show you how I've got them all set out. So I hope you can see how I've got these laid out. So I've got 4 rows of 3 Condor, so there are 12 Condor seed potatoes there, 4 rows of 3, and on this side here I have got 3 rows of 3 40-fold, so 9 potatoes there. And I'm simply going to push these down into the growing medium about 5 or 6 inches, 10 or so centimetres. So I'm going to push them in like that. That's all I'm going to do. So with regards to chitting these, I left them in the bag on a windowsill. So some have started to chit, but I didn't make any deliberate effort to chit them. So that's what some of these Condors look like. And once again, just pushing them in, you can see it's actually starting to snow. We're expecting to get quite cold tonight, down to about -4 degrees C, about 25 degrees Fahrenheit. But as long as I put these down far enough, the cold weather shouldn't hurt them. So literally just pushing them all in like this. Do a few from this angle. I'm not going to be putting any more growing medium on top of them right now. I will when they surface. They're both main crop varieties, otherwise known as indeterminate potatoes. They grow on more than one layer, so they will need mounding up, growing medium up, whatever you want to call it, to stop them going green later on. But they'll probably come up in about, should be up within a month or so, and should be cropping in about 20 weeks time. So will be very interesting. So I'm going to give them some water. It's not that important at this early stage, but want to make sure they've got plenty of water. The growing medium here is very moisture retentive, but most important time for watering potatoes is when they're swelling, sort of at the end, and that way more likely to get bigger potatoes. But ideally I won't let this fully dry out. Hopefully we'll get the right amount of rain this year so that doesn't happen, but have to remain vigilant. Make sure you put your tags on with what you're growing. I've put tags on here, so the date 1st of April and the variety as well. Hopefully I'll remember that they are potatoes, but you can write that on there if you wished as well. Anyway, we shall now wait for them to surface. So I'm going to run a load of horse manure up there, and I'll get that up here. That's it. What am I doing? Come on, Dan, you silly plonker. Right, so we're just going to put this up here and right, cover that. Look, got to cover them up because as these are main crop indeterminate potatoes, if I don't cover them up they'll go green because they grow on more than one layer. Right, up we go again, and just tip that on. So just think when you're doing this, it might seem like hard work, but you're constantly adding to it. And of course this this bed here is going to be used hopefully for years in the future. Now very likely I'll have to replace the straw bales over time because of course they will rot down, but really think of nutrifying your beds. And in combination with the birds, I've managed to lose my tags, which is not ideal, but this side being Condor, this side being 40-fold, that's just fine. I will remember. And I'm actually going to put another 1 barrow load of manure on this. We shall now await our crop. So 30th of May, and you can see the potato plants are looking absolutely beautiful, surfaced really lovely, and I'm now going to take the opportunity to top them up once again. So I've got some relatively well composted horse manure here, and I'm just going to simply spread it over the top once again. So there we go, 2 relatively well composted wheelbarrows of horse manure down there, so absolutely wonderful, and we shall now await our crop. Hello, 11th of August, and here I am down the allotment in front of, or indeed sitting on, the raised bed growing potatoes. So they'll be in here. Now we've really not had a lot of rain around here for some time now. Very warm indeed by UK standards. Of course, the temperatures we're getting at the moment in some countries are normal. You know, they get this long spell of hot, dry weather for a very long time, but certainly here in the UK, it's a little bit different to what one would expect. But anyway, should have given these more water than I have been, but I just haven't. So don't expect them to be particularly big, but we are going to be harvesting the potatoes today. Variety 40-fold, a historical variety which are there. I think it's from the year 1836, and I did a little bit of reading on this variety. You might want to do it yourself as well. I think they were the first potatoes used in Lincolnshire hot pot, which is interesting, and I think one used in Liverpool, the hot pot from Liverpool, or something along those lines. Anyway, but you might want to have a look at that. So we'll have the condor out first, and then we'll have the 40-fold out. Let's go. So of course the variety condor, I got the idea of growing this variety from Tony over at Simplified Gardening, and you might want to check that channel out. Very good indeed. Anyway, let's hoof these taters out. I've got to be very careful and see what we've got. So condor have the potential to get to a good size, but in here I'm not expecting them to, due to the lack of water. But interestingly enough, I can feel there is some moisture in the medium here. So we're just going to get all of these out and see what we've got. Oh, hey! That's a nice, nice tater. Going to look forward to baking that one. Nice. Let's carry on. Oh! Another nice tater. So far, I'm liking this condor. So what we've got here. Oh, quite a few there, I think. Let's get the camera closer. Oh goodness, someone's had a go at that one, but never mind. That one's good. Woodlice have had that one. That's fine. They're welcome to have the odd one. God. Oh baby, yes. Oh well, it's the third one that the woodlice have had. Trying to make sure I get all these potatoes out. I don't want to be having volunteer rogue potatoes coming up in this bed next year. I think that was the yield there from 3 plants. Right, that's that row there. Let's do the next one. Okay, so big ones there and some smaller ones. So these are all the good ones. This is the condor yield. So actually these big potatoes, I love them. I mean, really, they make really nice bakers. And these ones got eaten by slugs, woodlice, whatever was in there, but that's fine. So next up, we're going to embark on the 40-fold. So these are likely to be a lot smaller than the condor. Old variety, but nonetheless, still excited to grow them. So let's see what 40-fold brings us. Oh yeah, they're pretty groovy looking little taters actually. I think these have got quite unique cooking properties. I think I read they went out of favour, I think it was the 1940s or something, with regards to commercial growing. But I think enthusiasts have kept them going, which is great because they are a beautiful little potato. So there you go, look, that's a close-up of some. So we're just going to carry on and take all these up. So, good harvest. So that's the condor there, and as I stated before, you know, some good size tubers there, which I'm really happy about. And here, 40-fold, smaller potatoes, but yet a very good yield. Hope that's coming out well on the camera. So happy indeed. Now, there's a bit of scab, or what I think is scab, like on that one there, and if I remember correctly, that is common scab, which I would kind of have expected a bit of that, because I think that's caused when it's dry, when the potato tubers are forming, and we certainly have had plenty of dry weather, enough to you know, cause scab. But never mind, that's cosmetic, so I can just peel that off and, you know, eat the potato inside, so no big deal whatsoever. And of course, one of the best things about this area now is lovely bit of compost there. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, certainly if one delves down over to there, and it's just lovely. So I can set this with something else very soon. I've got plenty of little plug plants I've grown in the polytunnel that are very close to being ready to going in here. Maybe some lettuce or something like that. Now, yeah, anyway, very happy with the yields, very happy with the project all in all, and let me know if you've done anything similar to this, or if it floats your boat, whatever. Thanks for viewing, and I'll see you in the next video.